Yeah, man. Hey, Milo 300 in the building, man. You already know we on JonnyBeeTV, man. Very special guest, uprising artist coming out the city, man. We gonna tap into the story today, man. First off, what's going on with you, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Got some shows coming up. You know, Milwaukee been rocking with me a lot. And
it's funny. I was gonna ask you that a little bit later on. But I see you be performing, you be getting in. Is that something like you love to do out of everything when it comes to music?
Yeah, I love doing performances. Like that's a big part of the music thing. Like getting your face out there and to the spotlight and just going with the flow. Honestly, it just took off like one day. It just started shows. Because like I was doing little shows in Racine, but it was like a lot of big help from my girlfriend, which is my manager.
Oh, okay, yeah. Introduce her too, by the way.
It's Cheyenne.
Yeah, so well, with this, I've been sort of managing like the shows and just around the Milwaukee area. It's not a lot of free shows or like just shows in general that's like showcasing new talent. And so it's really kind of hard to get in the cracks and, figure out who's who and how to, get in, get your name out there. So I noticed we were doing shows in Racine, and then after a while, some stuff started shifting and we started getting some shows in Milwaukee. So,
man.
Yeah, hey,
real power couple. I like that, man.
Yeah.
For real. So, since we on that, how did y'all meet off? Like you said, y'all met through the music?
No, we've been knowing each other since high school. I mean, we was back in the same Spanish class, like sophomore year, so we've been knowing each other for like a long time.
A while. And I knew that like music was something he was passionate about, and I was, I'm passionate about him. So, kind of went well,
Okay, yeah, no, hey, we love to see that, man. It's funny on here, JonnyBeeTV. I love pushing positivity, fatherhood, stuff like that, black love, all that. You know what I'm saying? I got a lady at home, I got a family, so I love to see that, man. Especially with the youth, man. I love what y'all doing. I ain't gonna lie, for real. So, all right, going into your story a little bit. When did you like start getting into music and stuff like that? First off, before that, how was like your upbringing and like you from Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Give me a little breakdown about your upbringing.
Yeah, I'll tell you. So I had a lot of family in Chicago, and like I was raised there a lot. Like my aunties, my uncle, like my aunties stay in O Block. My uncle stay in O Block. Like he knew King Von and shit. Like T-Roy, trying to think, Smooth Wop, Monazell. Like a lot of them Chicago niggas, like E-Dog, that's my nigga. It's a lot of Chicago motherfuckers that like really good, real life fuck with me and shit. Dog Pound, like I don't know if you know, like OTF Nunu. I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in with the drill, man. Oh man, that was like real home, like. Cause my auntie stayed on Dog Pound, and then my uncle, he was over there too. So it's like I got a lot of family in Chicago and they love me, and then like every time I come down there, it's like all love. But Milwaukee was like okay, my mama and my pops stay here, so it's like when in summer I'll go to Chicago and like they'll fuck with me and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But most of the time I was in Milwaukee, and so it's like. It was kind of like back and forth and like seeing both sides of like the Midwest is like Milwaukee not really as known as much. But Chicago is like very known. Like so there's a lot of stuff going on there that was like spotlight on like the 2012, 2011, all that like violence and stuff was going on.
Especially in that, like that was the Never Was You, that was the focal point of all that. You know what I'm saying? I know it was going on all through the city, but y'all was like the LeBron James of that. You know what I'm saying? It was big time.
That was like crazy. Like I was a kid watching that and like seeing like Sosa blow up and stuff. Like that was like kind of inspiring. Like just seeing like somebody that was like from the same neighborhood that we was in just blow up like with a record deal and like one hit song, like it inspired everybody to start rapping and stuff. So like a lot of them people like you see that made it, like them was just regular people, like the people you just see on the corner. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, man, and I gotta give Sosa credit, man, because he did introduce me, like, I ain't gonna lie, with both sides, just all the talent that they have for real. It was, and Sosa, he hit first. Don't get me wrong, but you find out like most talent wise, he might not even be the most talented for real. He got the hottest shit, but like just the other people that came out after that, like you said, Von, Dirk, G Herbo, you know what I'm saying, Duck on the other side, stuff like that. So it was a lot of talented artists come out of Chicago and that scene. It just I hate it went how it went. That's what come with it. But
yeah, even Capo, like
see Capo,
Fredo,
I remember that. Yeah,
like Front Street, like Walla's, like that was a corner store. Like we would like fuck with Walla's. Like they had the hot flamers with cheese and shit. Yeah. Like I'm trying to think what else. Shit, a lot of shit. Big shout out to G Herbo. Like I got a show coming out the 27th. It's like a spot for like a verse with him or something. And that's a huge, like that's a big deal because like I remember rapping and like in the studio you don't think the song gonna go nowhere. You just spin your mind or like whatever you feel. And just seeing it go from the booth to the stage is a crazy feeling. Like I ain't gonna lie, that's a crazy feeling. Like you record the song, then like 2 months later you on the stage performing that mug. It's crazy, like just like how it all played out. We got a show in Detroit on the 22nd. So it's like it went from being a local thing to like it's starting to get national. Like
with you traveling, like especially all through the Midwest doing shows, is it are you able to like network real good with the shows that you're doing as far as like other artists? And like you brought up Detroit, that's a popping city too. I feel like Chicago, Detroit, and Milwaukee, we, like you said, we start still trying to get our name a little bit, but them the three cities for sure. That's always been, you know what I'm saying? Milwaukee always been lit. So
Detroit, man, like Sada Baby, FMBDZ.
They got some goats in Detroit.
Yeah, they got some underrated. Yeah,
Rocaine,
Skilla, Peasy. What's her name? Molly Brazy. She put me on Molly Brazy. I mean, like it's a lot of fire artists that just like you be there and like I'll be performing and then they'll just come up to me. Like I'm not too like friendly because I don't know too many people and I don't just like like I don't like networking like that. But like the way God work, like if it's meant to be, it's gonna happen. So I just kind of let it flow. Like I'll have my energy, my good energy, good vibrations, and the connections just like it happened like that. Like it's kind of crazy.
I feel that. And it is hard though, just, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, and this is something that we need to change as black men, but it's hard, like reaching out to a new, like you don't know what he had going on, like it could be all type of shit on his name, no disrespect to the nigga, but like it's hard to really move around with us, you know what I'm saying, just trust-wise, you know what I'm saying, so I feel you on that.
And you're right, that do gotta change.
It do gotta change somehow.
A lot of people like it gets deep. Like you gotta go to the roots of what happened. Like, man, they brainwashed us. I'm gonna just start there. Like the U.S. corporation, you gotta think about that. Like they say they came over here on a boat. They say they came over here on a boat. They say we came over here on a boat. And they know damn well that's a lie. Yeah, I feel damn well. We was already here.
You sound like me at the crib.
No bullshit. Some people know it, you know it, or you don't know. That's why it's good to wake people up. Like a lot of people don't know what's going on. Like we was already here. Like they stole a lot of our stuff and they made it as into a corporation. So it's like it's a lot. Like a lot of people don't know about that stuff, but it's the industry. Like it's all a part of their plan. Like they went so far with their plan, and we just now waking up. But we used to be kings and queens. Like
that's a fact.
If you look back at the history, like you see the pyramids. You'll see the pyramids in South America. Like we was like real life running stuff, and then they seen us. They seen our power and they wanted to trap us through our mental, and that's still going on today.
I mean, it's more today than ever right now. You know what I'm saying? It's most definitely there more than ever right now.
And that's another thing I want to say. The music industry is not what it seems. It's like a lot of this stuff they pushing is promoting us to go to prison or to break up families, and it's like it make you want to not be a part of this industry, like the major labels, and they don't want us to know that. They don't want us to start our own labels, and they'll see somebody doing too good and they'll take them down. They'll orchestrate something to take them down. But it's like they've been doing this their whole generation. Like they've been doing fucked up shit, all type of shit to us. And
okay, I got a question for you. It's sort of two questions. For the first one, you know what I'm saying? Now you from Chicago, and I know you probably deal with a lot of like some deaths and stuff up here.
Yeah.
But in Chicago, it really got the spotlight. How did you take on like seeing some of your friends, like, you know what I'm saying, in that area? Like people speak on that, like, you know what I'm saying? It's all on the internet, it's going viral. Like I done had people lost from my hood, but I ain't never had it got exploited like that. You know what I'm saying? To where millions of people like know about it. You know what I'm saying? So like, how did you take on that? Because you know some of these people that's passing it. You know what I'm saying? They personal life for real, like and who they is, and they'll always paint them a certain way for real. So what's your perspective on that?
Yeah, on a deeper level, that shit do kind of hurt, cause like it would be like you would see somebody talking about a situation they don't even know what's going on, and then they'll talk about it, and then you know what I'm saying, they just don't know. Like that's crazy. Like how you gonna talk about some situation you don't know? That's like you outsider looking in, you speaking on something you don't even know. So it's like I just did that shit. Like you can't even take it personal because they don't know what's going on.
I feel that.
So it's like shit, fuck it.
It did. I mean, it of course it helped blow up the scene. Like at the end of the day, it did help the rappers, but just the net, like, you know what I'm saying, just the energy that the social media give. These real life be people at home, they ain't never been in no kind of situation.
Twitter fingers like
they Twitter finger under a fake page, they smoking on this person, smoking on that person, but like they amping the stuff up, and it almost done made it worse than it is, you know what I'm saying? So, I for sure wanted your opinion on that.
That's definitely like the labels. Like, I feel like the labels gonna push what they want to push, and they gonna monetize the beef so they can make more profit off of your song. And it's like, that's fucked up. That's why we gotta start our own labels, because if you have a label that's one-sided, you gonna only have views from that one side. You gotta push our stuff. And like, I don't want to backtrack, but saying like we're black, it's like every race know that they are a certain race. Like they know their nationality. Like the U.S., only people in the U.S. say like black and white. Like black is a color. Like if you look up that in the dictionary, that's not a race. That's not a like white is not that's not a race. So like we gotta break out of that like box of like, okay, we black, we white, you know what I'm saying? And push deeper into like, break the threshold of the box they put us in, because it's like fucked up. And
look, I love that. I didn't even know we was gonna be talking about this, but I love we talking about this. Where do a black man, because our history was stolen from us, you know what I'm saying? As far as I know, my grandpa was from Mississippi, you know what I'm saying, in Arkansas. So what do we take on as black Americans? Because I feel you on the black stuff, but I don't have no problem calling us black. But I'm down to change that. If it's, you know what I'm saying, on something that you preaching. But I feel like we still, at the end of the day, we don't got nothing to latch on to. Like, a lot of people, this what I don't like about, you know what I'm saying, people that come over here, foreigners that come over here, and like, I don't see how y'all, like, how black people don't make it. My grandfather, he came over with no money and that, but he came from Polish or he came from Germany. Y'all know that background. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't understand the real meaning of being a black man in America. So that be super cringy to me when they be talking like that. You know what I'm saying? But I know we went off, but dog, that's wild to me.
It get deep, man. It get deep, and it's like you love to see a lot of people different perspectives. Like a lot of people, they think we're less than them. Like,
and that's crazy too. That's beyond me.
It's messed up because like we're not less. We were at one point kings and queens and pharaohs, and like we were running a lot of stuff, but they didn't like how that was playing out, and so they changed it. And I mean, it's messed up.
I was gonna say, even here in America, it's like when we tried to build ourselves up, you know what I'm saying, and it still got tore down.
That's
and
true.
we can go in deep. I'm gonna have to have you back on. I'm gonna have to write down
we gonna
some
talk.
real history before we get into it, man.
The power of knowledge is so crazy. Like with technology and everything, they digitally erasing books. Like nobody goes to the library no more. Nobody reads no more. So it's like you gotta rise above and like really see what's real information. Like, ain't it crazy how they only taught us about how we came over on a boat in school? Like, that's not real. That's not real. I mean, that's what, because it's like we was already here. Like, how the fuck they gonna take millions of black people and put them on a boat, quote unquote black people, and put them on a boat and bring them over that fat ass ocean? Like, that's not a hard thing. That's not a easy thing to do.
Like, Japan and California.
That's a long boat. And that motherfucker made out of wood. Nah, that shit wouldn't work. They lying. It don't make sense.
It don't make sense. I'm with you on that.
Gotta see through the bullshit. So when we seeing through the bullshit, we seeing through these labels too. Like, they trying to monetize our music for the wrong reasons and send us to jail because you gotta look at it like this. They got stocks in the prison. They got private stocks in the prison. So it makes sense for them to push certain things.
Yeah.
So they're gonna push the violence. They're gonna push the over sexual out, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. And then they're gonna
I feel that.
brainwash us. That's why I'm starting my own label. It's called Wild G X NMG Records. And I'm pushing that, and I'm like, I got a few big artists that's really a part of this thing. Like, I got my manager, Cheyenne. I got DJ King Quan, that's his rap name. We got Mike Sosa. We got Wild G Big Boo. We got, I'm trying to see who else. Wild G X NMG John. We got, I know FTL Vic, we tapped in with him. We got some good runner-ups, and like, they got a lot of potential, and I feel like if a label did come to us, like, I wouldn't want no deal. I wouldn't want no cash. I want equity. I want something solid we could stand on as a business. Like, I need a piece of that share because like everybody want $1 million, but I guarantee you in 10 years, $1 million ain't gonna be a lot of money. Like, that's like, inflation is crazy. Like, if you hear our parents talk about inflation, like they was talking about motherfucking candy was a penny. So it's like, it's gonna keep going up in that way, and we gotta start getting on our business tip. Like, we need shares, we need equity, we need something we need land, we need, you know what I'm saying? We need to start fighting, asking for our stuff back. Like, and it's to the point where you asking, like that Tupac said in one of his interviews, he was like, eventually you asking for so long, that song it start off as a song, but then it's gonna get to something like, okay, like I'm tired of singing, I'm ready to fight about what I want, and that's what it's coming to. I feel like people starting to wake up eventually, like, or start cleaning up our communities. Like, we got a lot of stuff that if we work together and we go the right way, like, we could be unstoppable once again. But
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's just take all of us together to do that.
Yeah.
And that's real.
No, that's real. I don't be wanting to sound like a hypocrite because I do like drill music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I can look at music I still look at it as entertainment. Like, I'm watching Scarface, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do understand at the same time that other people ain't gonna take it like how I take it, my mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't take me a song to be influenced to go do some bullshit with my life. But it's a lot of kids that's influenced though. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I can't take that out of it. So, I'll be strong line on that. That's not even no question, but I just wanted to give you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I do push peace, but even like if you is reckless, you a drill rapper, I have you on here, but like I want to be responsible to where like I'm not asking you no bullshit that's gonna get you, you know what I'm saying, knocked off on here or just fuel the fire. You know what I'm saying? And I know that might take away from some viral moments, but like, no disrespect to like Adam and Vlad. I like Vlad. Adam, I really don't just be respecting what he's doing. I feel like he fueled the fire a lot with bullshit.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I feel like as a black man, I am obligated, you know what I'm saying, like if you a drill artist, I want you to be. We gonna talk about your music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna treat you like an artist, even though it's a lot of bullshit going on the streets. And if we speak on the streets, I say we'll speak on just your perspective, like what you went through in life. You don't gotta talk about no niggas. You know what I'm saying? If you done been shot before, I got shot, but you don't even gotta go back and forth on shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I ain't even trying to put. You don't got a name drop nothing. Let's tell your story. You feel me? So that's one thing.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, it's a tricky, like we in tricky times, man. I do want to see change, like you said, and this is where I was getting to. We in a time where like we getting the most, we got the most technology in our hands and stuff like that. But kids, they still want to do simple crash out stuff. You know what I'm saying? They still bored. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's time for a change, like you mentioned. I feel like. If you look back in like the 60s, you brought up Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, there was some different kind of black men. I wonder when that change happened, like in the 80s or something. I'm a 90s baby, so it was like this for us ever since we've been born. But I wonder when the black man changed to how it is now. No bullshit. Like, what's your opinion?
I feel like they was working on like stuff under the cover. Like, I mean, it's crazy because like, this real life, like, you gotta think about it like that. So it's like, it was a lot of stuff going on underneath, and I ain't even gonna say too much on it because, like, they always watching, they always listening.
No, that's real.
But it's like, it's public information at the same time. Like, they not hiding what they did. And then that they seen was like an uprising Messiah. And they saw that, like a lot of people don't even know that Yeshua or Jesus was black. Like, even they got that in Russia. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But they hide that, and they make it so that we are confused on who we are. That's the whole thing. So if you can trap somebody's mind, then they will be stuck in the same constant loop forever. But if you wake somebody up, like, I think it was like a study that said we only use like a certain amount of our brain or something. Yeah,
like, I found out that was a myth. Yeah. Didn't they say that was a myth?
I'm not sure.
It was something like that, yeah.
But
they said like 15%.
Believe that. Like, I definitely like believe like we got more to us. Like them people, like them type of black people, like they was really making a change. Like, it's not to say like me, her, or you can't do something like that. Like, that's real. I feel like it's like a switch. Like, you could one day you break that switch and it's like, now we got somebody doing that again. Like, anybody could do it, honestly. I mean, it's just, if they see somebody getting too much power, they gonna try to knock you off. And that's why I said I don't want to speak too much on that. But like, you like look back and see all the people that was too influential. They got them niggas gone.
No, you right. That's a fact.
Man, you see too many people with like a big influence and they just gone. They like to try to knock people down and
too, but especially as you brought up, you know what I'm saying, they got us mentally, and we are worse. We are our own worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can count the people out that we knocked off ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Just off. Like if you're killing somebody, you don't see yourself in that person. You know what I'm saying? And people, we gotta start opening out. Like, we all dress alike sometimes. Someone got the same kind of hair, dreads, shortcut waves, all that. We the same somewhat people, y'all. So like, if you down to knock yourself off, that means something.
And the people that be doing all that dissing and stuff, like, it take a lot to, like, if you really see somebody die, you're gonna have a different understanding about death, and like, you see a soul leave this body, like, you gonna see, like, you can't never bring that person back. So it's like, people that do that, they be a little immature, and like, they don't know that could actually come back to bite them in their music. Like, the feds is using music against people now. So it's like, you gotta really like tighten up with what you say. Like, that's why I respect a lot of labels like 1017, like Gucci Mane. I could tell he don't play that shit. Like, he'll drop your ass from the label if you like on bullshit.
He do.
And like, I'm trying to see some other labels, like, it's a lot of good labels that's like black owned and they doing their thing.
Like tracks like Chirac Tries, you know what I'm saying? Like, just give me a little breakdown on what you was going through around that time to, you know, put that into the music.
Man, I felt like that. You did your research, man. I respect that shit. Man, I was going through a lot in that time, like, just like coming of age, like you no longer a motherfucking youngin' no more. So it's like I'm adapting to life. Like I'm reflecting on a lot of the shit I seen, and it's like no matter who you lose, they not really gone. Like you got them forever. Like, and once you change your perspective on death and like all that, like you see that you got to keep pushing. You can't be consumed by if somebody took your relative or like if you lost somebody like your grandma or something. You can't be sad forever. You got to keep going, and they gonna live through you, because all the stories you got about them is gonna live through you. So it's like you just gotta keep pushing. And Chirac Cries, that was a song I made in Iraq, I think. Yeah, I made that song in Iraq. I think I was on the east side of Chicago, like 70, I think it was 79th. Yeah, it was 79th and Essex. Like that's like I don't know. That's her block. Yeah, that's No Limit, Wet, and Big Op, and we was on like side street, and like we was recording. But I wasn't with them niggas, but shit. Them motherfuckers you look up to, like, if they made it in the industry, like, without having to sign no, like, big deal, then they just, like, doing it freely, like, you could drop whenever you want. You ain't gotta listen to the label. Like, that's fire. Like, I respect, like, 150 Dream Team for that shit. That shit cool. Like, starting your label, like, that's why I look up, I'm like, I want to start my own label one day, because, like, man, this shit is real.
Yeah, give us a breakdown of YOG. Is that
YOG? Yup. Yeah. YOG, that stands for Young Obligated Gentleman.
Okay,
so
yeah,
it's like that's a record label I started. Is official like business is YOG Records. So YOG X NMG, that would be like my side label where I sign like artists and shit. And like give them they chains and shit. Like it'll be like a YOG X NMG chain, and they just wear that bitch for shit. Yeah. And I really want to start that down the line. Like I got goals with this shit. Like definitely go hard with this shit, cause like tomorrow ain't destined for everybody. No bullshit. Yeah. Like all the shit we done seen. This shit is real life. No bullshit.
What would you say is like the biggest misconception of Chicago?
I'll say a lot of the violence, like it's crazy out there, but like people don't, like you ain't just gonna, if you ride down the street, like they ain't gonna kill your ass. Like, like it's not like that. People be making it seem worse than it really be. But yeah, the violence, I'll say like if you just mind your business, they not gonna fuck with you. Like they don't really fuck with killing innocent people, but like the violence, I'll say. It's cool out there. Like, if you rock, like, I don't really got no real ops, because, like, it's like, I mean, I rap, but, like, motherfuckers don't be, like, pushing, like, killing each other. Like, don't nobody want to go to jail for the rest of their life. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then they got them shot spotters, like, I think they just got rid of them, but I don't believe that shit. I still see the motherfuckers. Like, if you shoot your gun, they got this thing where it's like they can hear it from like it's on the lights.
Yeah, they got that here too.
I think they got that here. Yep. Oh God, they do.
They got that here too.
Man, the technology is crazy. Like it make you not want to do shit. Like I really understand what they were saying. Like, oh, you could get away with some shit back in the day. Yeah. Not no more.
Facts. So, hey, that's one thing. If it's gonna keep anybody away, man, more than likely you ain't getting away with that shit.
No,
like
bullshit.
Even down the line, this where I'll be salty. Like, you know what I'm saying? You whatever you do, you get down on the motherfucker or something. Say that shit be a year later or 6 months later. You think you good? I'll be so salty getting caught 6 months later on some shit. I'm telling you, like,
man, they be looking for them motherfuckers. And
then it's over for you. It don't be no like, man, you about to sit.
No,
swear to God, like you about to sit. So
yeah, and we got some motherfuckers that's really in that jam right now. Like I know Ty. Free Ty, he fighting a murder case. Pablo from the O, free him. Man, I don't know what he fighting, but I know he in that bitch for a minute. I think he finna get out soon though, but them was my homies for real. Like I'm trying to think, Mike locked up right now, but he gonna be out soon. But yeah, motherfuckers just be doing shit like really. Like you gotta do your research, and you gotta just stop doing shit. Like you gotta be smart. Like a lot of motherfuckers just be doing shit. Stop doing shit. Just sit down, read a book, my nigga. Like
no, for real.
Been to school. Like a lot of people don't be serious about their craft out here. That's another thing. Like if you gonna rap, you gonna beat 99% of the competition if you just sit down and edit your shit.
Yeah.
Like you edit your music, you beating 99% of the competition, because in Milwaukee, don't nobody want to do that shit. They just want to go outside, have fun, drink Don Julio, you know what I'm saying, party all motherfucking night and motherfucking day, smoke weed, blow their brains, fry their brains the fuck out, and it's like,
especially with the perks and stuff like that, man.
Yeah,
they going crazy. But
and they lacing the music with fentanyl now, so it's like.
But the music is supporting that though, and it's a big influence. True, even in the women lane, like women got stuff on lock, and you can't like relate it to the drill scene because that showed death, but it showed the other side from women. It showed damn near prostitution. Not trying to call like, you know what I'm saying, them prostitutes Sexy Red and them, because they party music. But at the end of the day, that's what they forcing some women down. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't just saying that. That's in hip hop period. I ain't trying to throw that.
No, I know what you're talking about.
But even with us, you know what I'm saying? Even with the niggas we listen to, y'all turn them down to go slide on some shit. They do that. You still out here living rich and shit. And it's a whole, you 15 years old, now you facing 20. You ain't even 20 years old yet. You doing 25 years.
They got the stocks in the prison, so every time somebody go to jail, they make a certain amount of money just by them being in jail. And then that's why the labels push that. So it's like, you wonder why the fuck this nigga on the top, but I really be rapping about something. Like, it's a lot of good rappers, like, they rap about positivity. You don't see them getting signed to no $1 million contract. Like, they do that shit for a reason. That's why if we started something that would be like, we want the J. Coles and we want the Kendrick Lamars that's trying to make a change, or like really rap, like good rappers. And we sign them for a nice amount of money, so they could live nice, and I guarantee you that was change the tide, because right now we can hit with a tsunami of bullshit, and it's like you can't stop that shit unless you stop it yourself. And it's like you got to go against the grain. It's not gonna be easy to be like to be yourself. It's not gonna be easy to be yourself.
I don't want to sound like this person or this person.
Right, it's gonna
make my own path, you know.
It's not gonna be a cakewalk, literally.
Ain't nothing easy. Facts.
To be yourself, you gotta really be yourself and push for the change. Like it's gonna be easy to be like everybody else, you know, partying and shit. But you gotta go hard and change that shit. Like,
I remember too, like when artists was like, when I was growing up, some artists wouldn't even listen to certain artists so they won't catch their sound. You know what I'm saying? They don't be a fan of their sound. Right now, that shit just, especially in the drill side, like I felt like a lot of people was getting on because like where they was from, you mention certain names is automatically gonna do like 1 million views. You know what I'm saying? That's people don't even look for good music no more. We gotta get back to that. Like you don't even gotta be no artist no more. If you come in talking about a certain topic. You know what I'm saying? Like, even Sexy Red, she not a good artist to me. No disrespect. I have her on here too, but like, she probably could be a better artist, but like, I feel like she don't even have to put the effort in because it is still gonna get played anyway.
Right, and that's
swear to God, like, she trolling. She probably is a better artist, but she damn near trolling because what y'all gonna do? I'm already
don't listen to it. Right.
Facts. That's all I'm saying. No disrespect to them, man, because I would love them all.
And man, and shit, that's one thing. Like, I'll really finesse a label. Like, I hope they not listen to this shit, but like, if they want to do a contract, like, we could do like a little 5-album contract, because like I'm sitting on like thousands of songs. Like we used to make songs as kids, and like we'd lose that shit. Like some dumbass shit would happen. Like we can't get the songs up no more, and then we'll just find that shit like one day. Like all these songs we made, so it's like, damn, this a whole album. So like we got like like 5 mixtapes right there. It's like, damn, like, get that shit to the label and shit. Yeah. Give my cheese or like, give me my percentage of the company. And it's like, that work. Like, even like, I see the change. Don't get me wrong. Like, we not just fucked up, but like, Zeus, Not As TV, like, they doing their thing with the production and shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I would be on that. I ain't gonna lie, I would.
I feel that.
me and you both, you know, we be on that motherfucking tree shit.
That's some real shit.
They're doing their shit.
Thanks. You dropped Double XL. You know what I'm saying? Give me a breakdown. And too, should we be expecting a video coming from that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That song really happened. Shout out to my boy Joe. He recorded that motherfucker, and like Joe, he like real technical with the music, and like that inspired me to learn for myself. And like, I mean, I was already learning, but like I didn't know like about advanced auto tunes and all that other shit. But we made that song. Where the fuck did we make that song? We made it in the motherfucking, I think it was in the garage or some dumb shit. We made it in the garage or some shit.
Yeah, some real rap shit.
Yeah, and like it just took off. Like when I say it got like 65K on SoundCloud, I'm like, damn, who the fuck listening to my shit? And like on YouTube, it's at 40K. Like that's like that's 100K together. So I'm like, okay, if we can hit 100, I guarantee you we could hit 1 million. So like definitely a music video coming for that shit. We just gotta set it up. But like I did a little solo music video to it. Like check that out. It's at 1K. But I'm gonna definitely do the remix and put Joe on that bitch, and like we'll probably do like some good production shit. Yeah. And like just get that motherfucker out there, cause like it's doing numbers. We might as well type shit.
Yeah,
so
fact.
Like, yeah,
I see that. Hey, and shoot, the song hard, man. Y'all that's why we promote it on here. Y'all gotta check it out, man.
Good looks, man. I appreciate that shit.
Facts. As far as any artists like out the city, you know what I'm saying, that you tapped into, is there anybody that, you know what I'm saying, you want to work with in the future, or like you got your eye on that you listen to?
I say definitely like some. I want to get away from the drill scene, so like a lot of that shit. Like we was doing that shit as kids, and like once you get older, you wake up and you start seeing, like, I want to tap into the R&B, like some of the big names, like shit, anybody, honestly, motherfucking anybody, honestly, but like with the rap, I'll say like the people we just named, like motherfucking all them and shit. You know anybody?
We got
Alicia Keys, motherfucking Beyonce, Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying?
Major people, thanks. Hey, we need them on here after that. After
bullshit like SG Batman.
Oh, I fuck with SG Batman.
You know what I'm saying? The West Side, Chicago. Like, they got some good ass food on the West Side.
Yeah. It's too bad Lil Fo, he don't be getting it in.
Oh God, Lil Fo?
Yeah, he was cold, bro. He was cold.
Cold, bro.
No bullshit. I feel like Chicago, they really had the wave, like Atlanta had the wave. At the end of the day, it was messed up because a lot of, like, you know what I'm saying, with the differences, a lot of artists couldn't work with each other. And I feel like it went too far, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of situations. And I hate that. Another thing why I hate that the world tapped into it, because when all of this shit started, like, even like when I went back into it and found out Tuka at the end of the time, like, oh, he only 15.
Yeah, it was like a jit or something.
Yeah, and then all the names after that was dropping, like, they 18 and under.
Yeah, like
all these names. So like, and for the world to catch on to that and be with that, like, man, y'all talking about kids. A lot of these people, you feel me? Some of them grown, but like that was the one thing that sort of hurt me when I found that out. Like, damn.
And that shit, like, I feel like the spirits be possessing. Like, a lot of people be possessing, they don't even know it. Like it's different dimensions and shit. Like, and you could, like, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people don't believe in this shit, but it's like spirits is real. Like,
yeah, I mean, sure, it put a dark cloud over Chicago.
yeah, it's a lot.
real.
Like even L.A. Capone, like that was a.
He
that
was like the first one for real.
That
man.
was like that hit home because like that was around our block and like we used to hear stories about like how they was like they be fighting on the bus and shit and like that shit was fucked up. Like they was jumping that nigga. I'm like, damn. Like I was young as fuck. Like I didn't understand shit going on, but my big brothers they was like in that shit and I like. All that shit. I'm like, damn, what the fuck going on outside?
I remember because I got some age on them, but I remember seeing a documentary a long time ago with L.A. Capone, and then I remember once I got on with him, he probably like died like 2 weeks later. Sort of died, like it was fast, but he had a lot of talent. But like in a documentary, you know what I'm saying? It was, and everybody get like this now. It ain't too hard to see, but in the beginning, like just a shock value. Like he was so young, he was like, yeah, we get down like this. Had a fat ass Mac on him. You know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy to see. But now, you know, you fast forward 10 years later, everybody done emulated. It ain't shocking as it was. But when I first seen that, man, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Rondo, all them, and how they was talking. I'm like, dog, these little niggas. Swear to God, but it was crazy.
The
though.
Mohawk days.
Yeah, when it all first started. So
man,
yeah, man. But LA for sure, he had a lot of talent, man. But I hate just like a lot of people in the streets of Chicago and Milwaukee.
Yeah,
but
man.
like Chicago, they did, man. They lost a lot of talent.
Yeah.
Either out of jail or snitch allegations, or they did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I feel like, man.
yeah, I had one. I got one artist so far from Chicago, Mimo. I had Mimo on here. Mimo 600.
That's what's up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that was love. I typed in. I like when he came out, like with the
600
steps and all that.
Yeah, they go crazy. I ain't gonna lie, they do go crazy. A lot of people don't be sleeping on 600, but like 600 Trigger, like they got some real steppers out there, and that shit, like Mimo was involved. Like that's like he was like really putting on for the music shit. Like I ain't gonna lie, like even Vaughn was fucking with Mimo. Like that shit was. I be shitting on Mimo, but he not that bad.
Yeah,
like,
they be trying to clown though. I fuck with Mimo. I like him as an artist. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
He was. I'm always fuck with him because like I'm a small grown platform. We gonna come, but shit, he came and fucked with me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We did. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always respect him for that. But yeah, man, they 600. They got a lot of talent. I like Tay 600. I like his story. He be doing story time.
Hell yeah,
shit like that. He be telling all the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be fucking with it.
He be doing like the streaming route.
Yeah,
that's a good flow of income. Like YouTube with the streaming. Like I feel like YouTube, you could just post a video back in the days, and that bitch would get millions of views. Now the algorithm done switched up. Yeah, and it's like you got to make your shit an hour long so you could get your watch time.
Yeah,
and like break that threshold of 1,000 subscribers and shit, and like that's not easy to do, but once you get to it, like that's good money. No,
what should we be expecting on the music side coming up?
Okay, I got a project with Zaytoven coming out, 30 songs. I've been working on that shit a lot. Like that's a motherfucking hard ass project, but like I'm getting to the grain and like just trying to make some music that's outside of the box and like shit, I never thought I'd be making a project with Zaytoven.
Yeah, that's
like,
decent.
That's some good shit.
Shout out Zaytoven, man.
Yeah,
for real.
I feel like Gucci Man in 2001.
Yeah, that's some real shit, dog.
Bullshit.
Facts. As far as like your taste of music, what you say? Like you can give me more than 5, but what's your top 5? You can go all genres of hip hop. Like you know what I'm saying. You can go. It don't matter drill, regular gangster rap. Regular positive rap.
Okay, I'll say this is my top 5, like all time. Like I'll say Tupac #1. Then I'll say I'll fuck around and say Bob Marley.
Okay.
And then I'll say I'll fuck with Kevin Gates.
Okay, yeah.
Go
Kevin
crazy.
Gates.
Who else? You gonna win that? I'm trying to think of somebody else.
Who you usually listen to? You listen to yourself? You be in artist mode?
Yeah, I be listening to myself.
A lot of artists is like that, bro.
Cowboy.
Oh yeah, 147 Cowboy. That nigga cold, bro.
Okay.
He really like that's a prime example. Like I feel like Lil Durk went through that shit too. Like you'll have a hit and then like your fans are like kind of fall back away from you with time. But like the OG fans gonna stay around, so I feel like he should never give up with this shit. Like he's still going hard. But like I definitely work with Cowboy and shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what else.
Cowboy is hard. They
be sleeping on him.
I know the pandemic messed up a lot of stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a tricky time for everybody. Like
the labels too. I feel like the labels. Like I think he really explained that shit with his project Unchained.
Yeah.
Like the labels really do be fucking up a lot of people's careers. Like and like once you get free, it's like damn, I should have kept my independence the whole time, and like I probably could have had more money.
Yeah.
But like. A lot of people don't understand like marketing. Like that's a big thing. Like you could be the coldest rapper alive, and if you ain't got no marketing team, you're fucked.
and shoot, some people just not really even. It's a lot of people that's in the music now that specifically don't have like a love for hip hop, especially with TikTok out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
They won't even go past a little 15-second dance that they doing. Like they probably never even heard that whole song, but they messing with that song and it's going viral.
That's dangerous. I want to definitely tap in with the TikTok way.
Yeah. I mean,
she put me on TikTok.
Yeah, that's the way though. Even though, but it's sort of messing up the music a little bit. Like full tapes. A lot of that stuff don't matter. People be fans of 15-second, clip stuff, 20-second stuff. And that's for everything. Videos. I catch myself going through reels, man. I've been on a reel for an hour on Facebook. Like, damn, I'm tripping. Just watching people 15-minute clips funny as hell. Shit like that.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, we in a different kind of time, man. We got to get back to, like you brought it up early. People ain't trying to read books. People on TikTok, they most definitely ain't about to be sitting down reading no book, dog. They can get the book read to them now. I heard with homework, you can the AI, you can get your all the information you need.
No.
It's different now, but that's fucking up our brain, though.
It's really like iRobot. They got the Tesla robots.
Yeah, they got that's scary, man. It's getting scary. We gotta open our eyes,
shit
man.
Cool, but it's like when that shit turn, it ain't gonna be cool. I'm gonna be like, I'm just trying to tell my AI like. Hey, when the war break out, don't fuck with me, man. We homies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel that. Protect me when the war against AI break out and shit.
Yeah. But before I let y'all go, let me get both of y'all opinion on the election coming up. You know what I'm saying? Okay. What is the election important to y'all? Is it important to vote, or like you know what I'm saying? What's y'all opinion on that?
Most definitely.
Yeah, I think it's important for our people to vote this upcoming year. It's scary, but hey, vote for who you want to. Just at least use your vote. Shit, that's all I can ask. Yeah.
Facts. I'm with you on that.
I'll say definitely vote. Vote for what is going to better you. I mean, a lot of motherfuckers ain't rich, so it'll be dumb to vote for a motherfucker that you know that's not going to benefit you. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of fucked up shit going on undercover, and they're not even telling you about it. So it's like you think you voting for the right person, but you want because you want a stimulus check, but
they was clowning.
It's a lot of shit that's gonna come with that stimulus check once you get it, motherfucker. So you better vote for the right people and shit.
I don't want people to be expecting no check, man.
Right.
I hope that's not what they
don't sell your soul for that.
Yeah, because at first that's not even coming anyway. So I don't know what they
ain't doing that shit again.
Project 2025.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah,
it's cooked.
It's real, man. Hey, but and even myself, I know I gotta do better as far as like getting my information and knowing who the right person to vote for all the time and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, man, make sure y'all do that. You know what I'm saying? Use your voice.
Because the elders, they definitely fought for that shit. Yeah, it's like, how you gonna let them risk their lives, get beaten with motherfucking them things, them batons and shit, sprayed with water hoses and shit, all for us to vote. Like, and motherfuckers don't even use that shit. Like, you gotta use it. Like, that's like disrespecting all the motherfuckers that died for that shit. So you gotta vote. Like, even if you don't know what you voting for, just ask your parents and shit.
Yeah.
Do what they
tell you.
And that's real. But true, and at the end of the day though, just with our community, we most definitely gotta get more. And I don't try and sound like no preacher or nothing like that. Something gotta be positive that we mess with. Like, everything is so negative. But that's the only way, like, especially in our industry, it's the only way you're gonna pop. But man, we gotta find something that's somewhat cool.
Right.
So our youth can survive, because they out here dying, y'all are crashing out. Like, I remember in my day when they was doing stolies and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? They was at least hustling out them and stuff like that. You still risking your life, but you stole this car for a reason, or you doing shit for you trying to take parts off it. It's really now, like with these kid boys, they 12 years old, 13 years old, be 6 of them out in the car, y'all smack something, one of them hurt and get killed.
Yeah.
And they all just run out like, that's all for nothing. It's other stuff for y'all to do, man. Like you said.
This gonna sound fucked up, but real.
And that's the parents' fault.
This is natural selection. Natural selection. You hear about it in the wild, either you a lion or you a sheep.
Yeah, facts.
And like some people get caught in the mix of like innocence. And that's where it's like, damn, like you really don't know how to feel. Because like, motherfucker was just standing here and like they didn't even deserve none of that and shit. But like, these people gonna crash out. You just gotta stay out their way and like, stay out my way type shit.
Yeah. No, it's gonna happen. You gotta live your own life. Trust me. It's been some situations like I look at my niggas like, damn, he ain't deserve that. But a lot of my niggas that's gone, I ain't gonna say that like they deserve it, but I just understand how I went, like, you know what I'm saying, just off the way they was living and all that. Even though like it was some niggas I had true love for, like I love him like a brother, but I understand like me shit. He was fully out here. He died out here being on that. So it's something. And too, like looking back at, you know what I'm saying, those times. Shit, if it wasn't for pride and stuff like that, you'll still be here today. Like it's all about making it to the next day, man. Don't be letting no little small situation trick you out your spot. And I ain't just talking about death. Death the same as going to jail, like we spoke on, man. That's death too, man.
That's true. Like,
ain't no women up in there, man. No real. You can't. Just small stuff. You can't go up, turn the TV. You can't go hop in no hot shower.
Can't look in the mirror. Can't look in the mirror. That motherfucker sanded down, so there's ain't no glass on that bitch.
I remember Wallow. He was speaking about jail when he first went up in there. He up in there with his boxers on. They said they looking at him weird, like you the weird nigga. Like, no, everybody up here naked for the showers and stuff.
Right.
All men and stuff. Like he up in there, he got his boxing on. They looking at him like he crazy.
Right.
But like that's
you
what
talking about Wallow and Gilly?
Yeah, Wallow and Gilly. He spoke about that. He's like, no, I ain't fucking with it. But you see how you get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Locked up. You don't want to get comfortable in no fucked up situation.
Right.
Yeah. And then that's how you end up back in that motherfucker.
You gotta stand for something.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people out here standing for nothing.
Yeah.
You don't stand for nothing.
Especially if you got kids.
You gotta stand for something. Like,
especially if you got kids, man. That's something you should live for right there. I swear to God. Like, a lot of these niggas you don't got no job or nothing. Hey, be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, time be everything. Go pick them up. Your baby mama ain't about to be snapping on you, stressing on you too much. And if you out the house, she can't call you a broke ass nigga. But just be there. No bullshit. Do all you can, but find something else to do, man. All this crashing out.
No bullshit.
Yeah, man. Hey, Milo in the building. Real quick, any shout outs you want to give before we head out?
Big shout out to my girl.
Yeah, I love it, man.
Shout out to the Mississippi family. You know what I'm saying? That's like a lot of our family did integrate from Mississippi, so it's like shout out to them, the Memphis family, and even the deeper roots like the Haitian, you know, the Creole. Shout out to the Jamaicans, you know what I'm saying? Like them motherfuckers, like that's part of our family too, like.
Yeah,
so I say
that's real. Hey, next time you come on, man, we gonna have to get on some history questions for real. Yeah. I'm always down to learn. And especially with Black history at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm down to learn about all that. I fuck with Dr. Umar. I don't be agreeing with everything he talking about, but I agree with a lot of stuff he be saying, though. Swear to God. Like, it opened my eyes up and stuff. So, like, I love Black history. I learned a lot about slavery, all that, you know what I'm saying? So I most definitely want to tap into that lane on this channel. I want to find a way to do that. So next time you hop on, we can get in a conversation like that for sure.
Hey, the real Kush, he be talking his shit on Prince Swanee and Byron Messiah. I definitely collab with them too. They cold as bitch.
Yeah, bet.
Shit. Yeah, that's really, I think I hit every point. And like, yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, well, let's get it, man. I appreciate you having you on, man. This is Mile 300, man, on JonnyBeeTV.
Yep, catch us at the show October 27th, Milwaukee. We're going to be at Uptowners. Catch us at, what's the other show at?
The one on the 25th, that Friday. I gotta look.
I'm not sure. No. Shit.
We're gonna tap back in.
We in Detroit the 22nd. Shit.
Yeah. Say no more, man. Hey, y'all make sure y'all make it there, man, and tap in with my boy, man.
Love.
Love, y'all.